Another school teacher decides to duct tape, well, one of her students. Put up the picture for a mask. We've reported on multiple stories like this in the past. It seems as if educators who do not want to educate continue to act in this fashion. When are they going to get it? 43-year-old Cassandra Sisler of Terra Alta, West Virginia, a Preston County teacher, has now been charged after a student reported 4 incidents of abuse involving duct tape that took place in the middle of class. According to a criminal complaint, on October 13th, troopers with the Preston County detachment of the West Virginia State Police met with the Preston County prosecutor's office. This was about child abuse and a case that was reported against the teacher. On the W.Va Education Association website, the educator is listed as the president of the Preston County chapter of the organization and as a teacher at West Preston Middle School. However, according to the Preston County Board of Education, Ms. Sisler was a teacher at a central Preston Middle School during the time of the incidents were alleged to have happened. During the course of the investigation, the child stated that his teacher, whom he identified as Sisler, quote, put duct tape over his mouth from ear to ear on October 2nd in the middle of the classroom. And after he took the tape off, his mouth and his lips were sore. Troopers stated on October 3rd, the complaint alleges that this teacher put duct tape over the juvenile's mouth from ear to ear in the middle of class on October 4th. Sisler, once again, is alleged to have duct taped the child's mouth from ear to ear and also grabbed his hand and wrapped his wrist in duct tape, according to the complaint. Additionally, the juvenile stated that on October 5th, the teacher got stronger tape, stronger than duct tape, got stronger tape and wrapped it around his head, over his mouth, and onto his shoulders, troopers said. The teacher has been charged with 4 counts of child abuse. She is now out on a $10,000 bond per charge. That's a total of $40,000. I put up the superintendent. Buck stops with him. You're looking at Superintendent Brad Martin. He said, and I quote, he cannot comment on the employment status of Sisler at this time, but did state that the Board of Education contacted the appropriate authorities and are cooperating and taking all necessary actions while the situation is being investigated. So I'm going to say this. It took a student, a child, a young child speaking up, saying something in order for action to happen. Now, remember, according to the allegation, this happened in the middle of class. If an educator is so comfortable that they're willing to duct tape a child in the middle of class in front of others with no issue, do you believe it is the first time this educator has done something like this? I don't. I don't believe no one knew about what this teacher did prior to it happening. I believe people were aware, and I believe that there are more victims in her history. So this is the moment where a school system, if it's willing to be transparent, they go and do an exhaustive background investigation. They ask the right questions. They offer an opportunity for parents to engage their children, engage your children. Ask them, did this teacher, the one that we put the picture up on the county website, did she violate your child? If so, contact us. You can do that. The rules allow it. It's time for us to have advocates for children inside of spaces where children must trust advocates. All right, Jordan, thoughts here.
This is horrifying. You set this kid back probably years by traumatizing them, by stigmatizing education for them at large. I mean, this is somebody, if the kid was misbehaving, if the kid couldn't focus in class, if the kid was talking and interrupting, there are plenty of remedies to help that kid work through those issues or find focus, or maybe a different classroom, a different setting, a different teacher could help them. I mean, this is really tragic. I don't understand how somebody could do that if you're in that profession. You know what you're doing. You know who you're dealing with. You're dealing with children. Their brains are not fully developed. What was your ideal outcome here? I'm just so mystified by this, and I feel bad for the kid. I hope they find joy in learning soon, maybe immediately through a different teacher, a different classroom, a different school, something. But there's just so many variables here that could create negative long-term consequences for this kid who it was not, their brain is not fully formed. What are we doing?
That's right. It's so sad. It's really sad. As a college professor, I'm dealing with adults, right? Some of them are young adults at 18, but they're adults. And my true north is my job is not to make your life more difficult. My job is to help make your life much easier, so that you are educated, equipped, well-established, and on your way to perform in this world.